Good morning and welcome to Carnation Crafts. We are live in the Carnation Crafts studio, and as always, it is wonderful to have your company. We come to you live today with a Crafters Select, which we know you all love. We have sold over half of them already. 50% of the stock has gone. If you want this, you're going to have to go fast. It's not going to last the hour. You've got all of your gorgeous little hats here. Now this means that any of the creatures that we have had previously in Carnations collections, you can see the little owl just sitting here with his little teacher's hat on. We've got the space helmet, the chef's hat, the nurse's hat. There's all sorts going on here. It means we can now personalize for jobs for the people that you love, or if you're doing craft fairs, you can do, all variants, but you can have cards ready with the little hats in little packets and they can choose which hat they would like. All good stuff. We love it when they do the Crafters Select. It's very 55% has gone. It's turning. Guys, if you want this, grab it now. We know that with the last one, it went super fast. Sheer Delight is going super fast. Carnation do not keep stock for very long, as we're all aware. Good morning, Carol Hart. Good morning, Kate Jude. Good morning, Celia. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, Jan. Now, you can grab your many hats Crafters Select from the Carnation Crafts website, which is www.carnationcrafts.co.uk. The number to find that on is 230213. And today you've got a show price of $17.99 with $2.95 UK P&P. I believe you'll find this on the deal of the day today as well. That's normally where it sits on the day of launch. So you should be able to find it there. Ooh, it's going fast. We are at 65%. It is rolling. Guys, this is the time to grab it. It's not going to last the hour, I don't think. If you want the artwork for it, go to carnationcrafts.co.uk. You need to find your download section. By doing that, you go to your downloads at the top. There's a little drop down menu from that, and you can go to free downloads. When you click on free downloads, you can then find a little box on the right hand side, and that says collections, and from there you can type in many hats or Crafters Select, and it will come up and you'll be able to download your colorways for it there. Obviously the artwork for your originals is always free, so you can grab it. You can just sit there, many hats, vignettes, one download. All you're going to do is add that to your basket, download it, and you can open that PDF, pop your dies on top of them, and you can print them out. Carnation do have something called a mirrored vignette. 70% has gone, guys. 70% has gone. It's very fast and furious this morning for an old lady. I don't know if I can cope with the excitement, Miss Sharon. I'm starting to get a sweat on. It's going very fast. And I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, vignettes, mirrored vignettes. For those of you who are brand new to Carnation, and I know lots of new customers, start following us when we bring out the Crafters Select. When you download those vignettes, there is a black line down the centre of some of them. So every other one will have a black line down it. You can fold on that black line, spray glue the inside, pop your die on top, chuck it through your machine. We'll have an image on both sides. Thank you, Miss Sharon. So your image will look like so. And then when you turn it round, it will also have the same image, which gives you a beautiful finish to your cards. And it also means we can have them both ways. So very, very good. Jacqueline Moss says, good morning. Linda Stevens, good morning. Linda's ordered hers already. I think lots of you have. Pam says, good morning, sweetheart and Taz. Mine ordered early. Yeah, I think for those, well done for those of you who got in early. It's not going to last. 75%, Taz is saying over there. I don't know if I'm cut out for all of this speed.
No, it's a bit hectic, isn't it?
I was made for comfort, not speed. It's all very, very...
It's all a bit crazy.
Suzanne Page says, hi Carla, sitting having hair done. Bought the set at 6 a.m. this morning. For some reason, Suzanne, when I originally read that, I thought you said you were babysitting. Obviously not at all. My brain did a thing.
I thought she said she was getting her hair done at 6 a.m. I was like, no, you've been in the chair for a very long time.
What are you having done? What could possibly tell me to take the heat off? Right, so we have got the lovely Miss Sharon who's going to show us the different images of the different hats first. And we've just got them sort of on a piece for you to have a look at so you can see all the different variants. Then I'll show you some finished samples on the pack shot here, and then after that we're going to go to demo. We'll get as many demos as we can get done in the hour. The actual set's not going to last the hour, so it is time to move if you want it and then watch the demos. Please do know that all Carnation Craft shows do remain on YouTube, and so you can go back and look at them at any time. I'm being distracted by Miss Taz, who keeps holding boards up in front of me. She's young, she can keep up, and it now says that we have sold 80% already gone. It's gone. 80 has gone. Oh, Miss Sharon,
I feel worn out and haven't started yet.
do you want to have a look at? Should we have a look at that, Miss Sharon?
Yes, let's have a look at what you're going to get. So you've got 8 different hats. Lovely, lovely artwork on these. So think of all the people in your life, their different jobs, and I think like the space hat would be great for kids' cards and that kind of thing. So let's run through them. So you've got a chef's hat up here. As Carla said, obviously you've got the option to do these download these double-sided to do your mirror vignettes, so it's great that you can have them double-sided, because I think with some of these you may well have the hat kind of peeking up above the top of the card, so if you're going to see the back of it you want it to look nicely finished. So we've got the chef's hat, we've got this little builder's hat, then we've got a policeman's hat, sailor, this one I really love, the space hat, then we've got a fireman, a teacher and a nurse. So really nice selection. Think about what animals you've got already. Let's bring in, I've got a couple here. So this little chap, we're going to use him shortly actually, and I'm going to put the space hat on him. But depending on what characters you've got, the hats are going to fit most of your previous characters that you've got from all the various.
Billy the goat is one of my favourite characters.
He's lovely,
I
isn't
love
he?
Billy. Also, I think the Michelle says the builder's hat reminds her of Y-fronts, where you could possibly change it round.
Yes.
There's a little, really cute little fat hamster eating a chocolate bar, and I think if he was sitting inside the space hat, would just be
with
the
a chocolate,
cutest
that would be
thing.
really cute.
Really,
yeah.
really sweet. They're so cute. I mean,
They're
obviously
fun, aren't
we did the jumpers, didn't we, a while ago? Were you here when we did the Christmas jumpers?
No, but I do remember seeing them.
And they just flew as well. It's just nice to have. The thing is, it's about bringing in old collections, isn't it? It's bringing in the things that we've got. But the great thing about the hats is they are separate vignettes and separate pieces, so you can use them on other things as well. They'll be a great part of different cards that you make. You don't need to put them on any creatures at all. You can have them as part of your card construction. So it's just about bringing everything in together. We are now at limited stock. Miss Taz is saying something. She's lip reading. We are approaching limited stock. She had the letters APP, which to me means app on your phone. And I was thinking, why would the app be limited? Do we have an app? I don't think we do. So yes, we are approaching limited stock. That means when we get to limited stock, there will only be 10% left. So as soon as we get there, that's it. I don't know if they're doing an extended on it or not. Carol says, got mine before the show, luckily. Good luck to everybody and good morning. Yeah, I think it's just a case of moving and moving as quick as we can get with it. So now that we've had a look, do you want to go to demos? Should we have a look at demos? Should we have a look at some finished samples and then scooch?
Yes.
So if I just show some of these first, these are beautiful. These will have been done by the gorgeous Janine, as always, who always does amazing jobs. So you can see how we start to build them in. So that's from the colour of autumn. You can see.
That's just adorable, isn't it?
The little giraffe. Look. I love these. They're so cute. It's the dog from Garden Safari, where I made that up.
I was
think
hoping
so.
you'd remember which.
And
which
the
collection.
giraffe, it's not from Bundles of Joy. It's from New Light, I believe. If my brain is correct, I'm sure I will be corrected. The owl we can see just in focus at the side there, up there. And he's very wise, much like Miss Taz. And then on here, we've got the 2 wee cats who have got their beautiful little sailing hat on. And that's all done with Coastal Currents. So you can see how, as far as collections are concerned, there's thematic schemes going through there as well, which allow us to play with the different ways that we've got. And during the show, we'll have a look at some of those other finished samples too. But I'll let Miss Sharon do a demo for you so you can see it in action.
I love the fact that this kind of breathes new life into styles you've already got, because you can just instantly dig out the characters and come up with new ideas for them. So we're going to use this little chap here. He's been die cut twice and his head's been layered up.
Did you cut his head off?
Cut his head off, because it just gives him a bit more realism. And then he's going to be wearing the space hat. So we need to create a bit of a starry sort of background going on.
Look how cute he is.
So I've got watercolour cards here that I've cut. I've done my mats and layers. Let's rewind a bit.
Just
So-
to remind you all, you can get your watercolour card off Carnation Crafts website. In case anybody's wondering, it's one of those things we don't talk about too often, but Carnation do sell watercolour card, and it is on their website.
So I've got quite a small card here actually, smaller than we usually do. I think this is about 6 by 6. The usual, I've used the Carnation 350 GSM smooth cardstock to create it, and this back doesn't want to come off.
Oh, it's the bane of my life, redliner tape.
This feels very thick actually, like I think it was a new roll actually. And I've scored a line at the top, just I can pop that out of the way.
Linda says few ordered. Yeah, I think you might be one of the last ones to get hold of it, Linda. It's going very fast. If we've already approached limited, then it is flying. We knew it would happen.
Yeah, we did, because they're so cute. So I've put some foam tape on the back of my perfect papers. I've gone with a nice blue because we are going to be going with a bit of a sort of starry sky type effect. So I've gone with a nice blue perfect papers just for my mat in the background. So I'm going to pop that on, and then I'm going to bring back in my watercolour card. So I've cut my watercolour card just a little bit smaller than my mat. And what I've done, I'm not going to do this live because I would like to live a bit longer. And if I start spraying and splattering paint near Miss Taz's expensive cameras, she might just kill me. So I'm just going to talk you through what I did. Let me bring in the finished one, and then I'll talk you through how I did it, because I do like living, and I'd like to live a bit longer. So I've used the two blues. Carnation have this set of spritzing inks. They're fabulous colours. So in the set you get all four. You get a nice yellow, a magenta, and then the two blues. One's a sort of turquoise, one's a nice blue. So of course you can mix those colours if you want to create whatever you want. I've gone heavy with the blue, and all I've done, what you're going to want to do at home, you might want to do this in a cardboard box. You're going to hold your spray kind of about 6 inches away and spritz, and then you'll get this lovely speckly effect. So I went all over with the blue, then I went in with just a little bit of the aqua. You can see I wanted it to be quite dark because to look like a night sky. And then after that I just put some white acrylic paint on my glass mat, watered it down, and then I just got a paintbrush, and then I just flicked it like that over it, and that's what's given this sort of lighter speckled effect. So as I say, I am too scared to do that live in here because Taz will kill me. So that's how I've got that.
Well, it looks beautiful.
And it does create a lovely sort of starry sky effect. So have a look at those spritzing inks. They're really fabulous. So let's pop this onto the card. When you're doing this at home, the ink probably takes about 20 minutes to dry. If you've got a heat tool, you can use that on it. And if you feel it's a bit faint, you can keep going. You can build up your layers of ink till you get the colour you want. So I'm just going to use double-sided tape to pop this on. And this is going to give me the perfect backdrop for my little spaceman.
Oh, I was about to sing for you all then. I won't. That's what happens when you don't think in advance.
When your brain's jumping ahead. There we go. So we've got this lovely globe from a previous set as well. So that's going to create a good little backdrop. So I'm just going to put some everyday glue on that.
I'm trying to think which one the globe comes in at. I can picture the whole set. I can picture it. There's a really nice kerosene lamp in it. It's really pretty.
It's on the one with the owl as well, that with the teacher hat on.
The owl's a Crafter Select, I think. The owl is
he?
from Have a Hoot. But the globe, and there is a kerosene lamp, I think, and there is my brain. I'd love to have one of those memories where you can just all of the things.
I'm terrible. I'm really bad at remembering
Liz Lacey has just got hers. Linda Stevens is printing off her vignettes, ready for when hers arrives. Suzanne Page ordered hers this morning. You guys are getting ahead of the game. Well done, guys.
So I'm going to pop him.
That pops beautifully on that background.
It does, doesn't it? The pink against the blue. Obviously, if you don't want to go to that effort with the background, you could just use, you know, one of your download papers. I'm sure I think there's one with stars on one of the collections, isn't there? So anything really, but it is quite nice to do your own. And then the space hat's going to fit beautifully on there.
Is the bear called Riley? Why do I want to? Riley Bear? Miss Taz is nodding.
Riley. That's cute.
It is. I'm pretty certain it's Riley. Pearl's just got hers. 230213. That's on the Carnation Crafts website, which is www.carnationcrafts.co.uk. Show price of $17.99, $2.95 P&P.
And then I've got the perfect text for this. You are a star. And I'm going to kind of fit that around him. You are. I'm going to do it at a bit of a jaunty angle because I think it looks better.
Cute.
And then I've also got a couple of little stars. So we'll pop all of those on just with some everyday glue.
Journey's start. Jan Bird, you are an absolute blooming legend. Thank you. I got to say, chat is just everything. The Carnation Army are the best out there. Jan, thank you, thank you, thank you.
They're so
Journey's start. They're so
fast
knowledgeable.
at remembering everything, aren't they? Really.
Well, I think they've got used to how ridiculous I am at not remembering anything.
Well, Carla, I've got to say you're much better at me. I can never even remember the name of the collection we're working on at the time.
Well, well, yeah, I have those moments as well. But you haven't been working for Carnation quite as long. I should be remembering them all. It's any consolation though, like my children's names are sometimes a mystery to me. I just shout all of the names and they just end up coming to me.
I did spend yesterday actually labelling all my Carnation dies because now, just within a few months, I've already got quite a few. So I did go through and label which collection they were.
Lots of chats in the Carnation Craft group this morning, the last couple of days, about how to store all of your Carnation dies. Lots of different people doing it in different ways. It's fascinating to hear everybody's story.
Yeah, I'm a bit obsessed with storage things, and it's always nice to see how other people do it, isn't it?
Mine's probably the most basic it could ever be, but it works.
Yeah, yours is very organised.
It is as basic as it could be, and it's in A3 envelopes. And all I do is have the A3 envelopes. Look at that, it's so cute.
It's really cute, isn't it? And of course, having that space hat just transforms him, gives him a whole new lease of life.
Well, he's predominantly always been a nursery card from, you know, sort of Bundles of Joy, that sort of thing.
Yeah, so and this takes it to a different age group, doesn't it? So
I mean, how great is that for your grandkids? So that's no longer sort of nursery. This is now for, you know, your littlies who are sort of up to the age of 7, 8, 9, that sort of thing. Anyone who's interested in space. I know Miss Tiztaz loves anything to do with dinosaurs and space. So she would love this as well. Lots of different sort of variants to go through. Just really, really lovely, right? Cute. Really nice. Love it very much. Many hats. It's going fast. I don't think we've got many left now. The number 4 is 230213. Your show price is $17.99. You've got $2.95 P&P. It's on the Carnation Crafts website, www.carnationcrafts.co.uk. If you don't want to pay your $2.95 P&P and you are running low on your craft supplies, then please remember Carnation has got a full craft shop on their website as well. So anything that you need, like papers, pro print, anything like that, you'll find it all on there. If you do want free P&P, you do have to spend £50 or over. But it's always a good time to buy the things that you need when you're getting something less. Miss Sharon's just having a packet of crisps at the side, so I'll allow her to have that and show you some finished samples. So we have got look at this. I love that die of the book. I love that die so much. It's so versatile. Right, I'm just going to lower that down, Taz. You keep the camera on it while I seamlessly bend down and pick up all the cards that I just dropped. Seamless.
Absolutely seamless.
Nobody knew a thing about it. So that is that one. Cute. Comfort of home sitting in the back there. The dog and the cat. Little bandage on the head. So The bandage on the head there, the plaster on the head, has been created from the oven gloves from the Comfort of Home collection. Super, super sweet. And obviously you've got your little vignettes there as well at the back. Your back. This is beyond cute. Dudes. Look.
Oh, I love the mice. That's a really, really cute card.
That is beyond sweet. That's crafty little things. You'll recognise those little mice as being the mice that are on the glass cutting mice. Very, very sweet and very, very lovely. And then, oh, I love him so much. Look at him. Look. Oh, so handsome. I love that hedgehog.
I love
Brilliant.
the way he's holding that pizza slice.
It's absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm just going to give a really quick shout out here because it's important and it's something we haven't really done much with yet. We will be doing more with. The bottom of that card in the corner, as Sharon was just saying, there's a pizza slice, there's an orange, a lemon, a hot dog, there's all these variants. They are from your pick and mix collections from Carnation Craft, which is a separate thing, but I did want to keep it there so you could just have a look. Pick and mix, go and have a look at them on the website. It's all your absolute essential dyes for your basics, your basics. It's got your food products and stuff like that in it, and everything is just sitting there for your pick and mix collection. And don't forget, while we're on the website as well, you've also got your digital marketplace, which has got lots of SVGs and things for you to download. So when you're going for your pick and mix, as Miss Taz is doing there, loads of stuff for you to have a look at. It's all your essential collections and it's all sitting there. They're doing a deal at the moment by the looks of it. So it's 5 dyes for the price of 4. So that's something for you to think about as well. And we've got Kim Pierce. This is an important question. Kim Pierce saying, Carla, what is the group called for chat? The group is called Carnation Crafters on Facebook. So just type in Carnation Crafters. There is a page called Carnation Crafts. That's where you'll get all your updates. The group itself is Carnation Crafters, and that's where you'll find lots of inspiration in there, and that's where the Carnation Army live, and a very wonderful army they are too. Are you ready, Miss Sharon?
I am.
Let's go in for the second one. It's very exciting.
It is, and this is very cute. We're going to use this really sweet little dog for this one. But I'm going to create a bit of a scene first. So I've got a larger card this time. I think this is, what are we using? About 7 by 7, I think. Oh, 8. Yeah, 8 by 8, this one. Again, it's with the Carnation 350 GSM card, which I think is an essential because once you're going to start adding on your layers, you do want a nice heavy card. And I love the fact that Carnation do 350 because all the card I've bought up until now has been 300, and having that extra weight is just, I like cards that feel quality and feel substantial.
That means they don't fall over when you waft past them.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it instantly, when you give a card to someone, it instantly feels quality if it's heavier, doesn't it? So I've got some perfect paper here in a nice sort of brown colour that's going to just be perfect for the scene that we're going to have. We're going to go with a coastal scene here. So let's just pop that on. Vaguely straight is usually about as good as it gets. There we go. Kind of straight.
Whistle and hope for the best.
Yeah. And then I've got this lovely artwork.
I love that
background.
vignette. That is
Beautiful.
from the Coastal Currents collection, I believe. Is it Coastal Currents or is it? Oh God.
These vignettes are beautiful on this card.
What's the other one? Where the couple are, and there's the pier, and there's the trainers. Oh Lord. Kim Pierce says, oh gosh, new addiction. What are the cute animals called? I need them. There's so many cute animals. They do. Carnation are just awesome at doing animals, and they do 2 kind of different types of animals, where they do the very sweet caricature ones and then the more realistic ones, Kim. And Nick's just got a real eye for it. He's a creative director. So there's loads of them as you go through and see which ones. So I would suggest if you've got a specific animal that you want to have, that you want to look at, then possibly the best thing that you can do is just type in the name of that animal on the website. If Water's Edge, Michelle Heel. I love you all. You're all so good. Yeah, sorry. If you go onto there and type in the name of the animal you want, on the Carnation Crafters group that we've just guided you to, Kim, if you go into files, there is an Excel spreadsheet that's got kind of a list of all of the Carnation dies that have been released, and that might give you a clue there as well. Rural Charm, for instance, has a lot of animals in that collection. Crafty Little Things has got all the mice in it. There's loads of different ones. Bundles of Joy is the teddy bear. And then my brain stops. Garden Safari, Comfort of Home.
Rural Charm has a lovely
Sue says, I've already put the hats in my basket. Please tell me they haven't stopped. Sue, go fast. I don't know if there's any left. We haven't had a full sellout message. If you go, 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 go. Can I just say an enormous welcome as well, Kim? Wonderful to have you here. We like it when new people join because
we do.
There's so much to share.
So this is going to be in the background. I might even tuck it under there actually. No, let's put it on top. There we go. So I'm just building a bit of a scene here before I bring in my lovely little character. And I'm going in with a ball tool. You'll find these on the website. You get a set of 4, but they're double-ended, so you've basically got 8. And the mat. And these really enable you to bring your vignettes to life, because all you need to do is basically scribble on the back. Start around the edge. Don't go straight in at the middle, but if you work your way around from the edge, it's going to round your vignette, and it just makes it more dimensional. You can see straight away there's a nice curve to the front of that boat. So these work really well, particularly with your animals and things as well, and it just makes your card have a lot more dimension. So we've got this little boat that's going to sit in the corner here, and because I've given it that dimension, I'm going in with pin flare.
I really love Coastal Currents.
The colours are beautiful.
I know. I love seeing these demos because it takes me back to when we did the collections, and I remember bits that I had forgotten, like the little crab. But I really love that boat.
Yeah, it's funny because obviously I haven't been with Carnation for very long, so this is the first time I saw this, and I thought, oh, I need to go back and look at this one, because I love this, and this little pathway as well.
Yeah, it's the little, it's brilliant,
all the little details, which is what Nick is brilliant at, and what Carnation do best is it is all the little details that really just bring a scene to life. So we've got this little pathway, and then in the foreground we've got this sand. The beauty of using pin flare as well is that I can lift things and tuck under, so I haven't got to worry about what order I'm putting things down in, because if I want it to go behind, I can still lift and tuck.
And that's saying, well, Carla, at first I said no, no, no. And then I changed very quickly to yes, yes, yes. Can't wait to receive them. And you're going to have a lot of fun with them. I think the thing with this set, particularly the many hats, is that it'll just come in again and again and again for numerous different cards that you make. And like I said, it doesn't have to be just put with creatures, although of course it can be, but you can use it if you were to, for instance, sort of the work and play collection that are the more masculine. Now, I'm not suggesting for a second that all builders are men or all firemen are, but it is a nice masculine element for those cards when we do make them. I realise that you've got to be very careful what you say. I'm not suggesting that it's only males in that industry. I love the little crab.
Look at him. I love him.
He's just nipping in, did you get
Look at him, nipping in. There we go. He is very cute. Probably very tasty too. I do like the crab. No! Sorry mate, I didn't mean it.
Don't you eat the crab? I don't like any fish. I like fish fingers.
Don't you?
It's because I've got the palate of a 4-year-old.
You do. Fish
finger sandwich with tomato ketchup.
Ugh. I've got a phobia of tomato ketchup.
Honest, truly, have you?
Proper, yes, I know, it's very weird, isn't it? Yes.
Kim says, I can't find the dog Sharon is using, got the list cut phone. I think, and I could be wrong, I think the dog is in Comfort of Home. If he's not in Comfort of Home, then he might be in Garden Safari, but I think it was like a retriever in Garden Safari. I can't remember. I think he's Comfort of Home. There was the cat and the dog in Comfort of Home.
Just pop a bit more.
You're rattling my marbles.
It is Comfort of Home.
It is
But
Comfort of Home.
If she just wants the cat and the dog, there is a smaller collection.
So if you, Miss Tiz Taz, who is in the background. Oh, Kim says, got him, thanks, Comfort of Home. Yep, yeah, definitely. There is a smaller collection. Fine Friends, which is 200-804-1999. Definitely Comfort of Home. Linda Stevens says, I just love a fish finger sandwich. Oh, it's so good. I think once Mr. Mark, the boss, came here to see me and I made him a fish finger sandwich. I think he was expecting something a bit more decadent, but that's really not.
I like a fish finger sandwich, but no ketchup for me. Definitely
What
not.
do you have?
Do you have brown
Tartar
sauce?
sauce? No,
Ooh.
I don't like brown sauce.
Dirty.
Yeah, a bit of tartar sauce, but no ketchup, definitely not.
What are you saying, Miss Taz?
Mushy peas.
Mushy peas in a fish finger sandwich?
Oh, yes.
Get out.
Put a bit of ketchup.
Oh,
well,
no.
Sorry, Sharon, but you put a bit of ketchup in it. A bit of mushy peas.
You're an animal.
There we go.
Have my champagne with my straw.
Champagne
with a straw.
out of the bottle with your fish finger sandwich. Pure class. She's pure class, ladies.
So we'll have...
Oh, Carnation are helping out here. Carnation have put a link for you all for Fine Friends to help you find it. Jan says Fine Friends die set has that
fabulous.
dog in it. We work when we work as a team, right?
Definitely. Now, the last thing to set this off, of course, is going to be his little sailor cap.
Look at
Well, not
Captain,
sailor, it's a captain's cap, isn't it?
Captain Alan.
Is he Alan?
He's Alan.
Here we go, Alan. Here's your hat. How cute is that?
Oh, look.
Do you have a little bit of a jaunty angle? Yeah. That's a lovely scene, isn't it?
He's so proud. That's a good full scene. I love Coastal Currents. I love the fact that we can bring different elements into all of the different collections that we've got, and now we can bring those hats in as well. I think the crab should have had a hat. I'm just saying. I feel sorry for that. The crab could have had a nurse's hat. I don't see why not. And the snail. No, stop though. Stop.
He could have a little chef's hat before we eat him.
No! Linda Wilson says she absolutely loves it. Don't eat the crab. I feel bad for the crab because he'll be like, no. Right, while Miss Sharon is getting on with her ready for another demo, I'm just going to go through this with you again because we are now running out of stock basically. So the number is 230213. Many hats die sets. Oh, good Lord. Die set. Show price today, $17.99. And it'll be $2.95 P&P. I will say at this point, Carnation will put that price up at some point, I would think, to its original price. That's just a show price because it's on the deal of the day for today. That will only last for 24 hours. So at the end of midnight tonight, that will go back to its normal price, and it will not be that price. I don't know how much it'll be, but it won't be that. Lots of people loving your card there. Linda Wilson says, love it. Cindy says, love the scene. And Linda Stevens says, gorgeous card, Sharon. So much love for your demo there, Sharon. I think we're about to go in with a third demo. I'd like to get as many demos done as possible because it is really selling out quite fast. And just to give you all a chance to go and check out, because if you don't, you're going to miss it. So if you're sitting on the fence about it and you're not sure, I'm not suggesting for a second that you go rush there and get it. But if you are sitting on the fence and you are choosing, there's not many left. So that's just to give you a heads up. Are you okay to go again, Miss Sharon?
I am. We're going to do
I always want to sing that when I've got your name.
Sharona. We're going to do a circle card this time. So with my Carnation 350 cardstock, I have die cut 2 circles using a nested die. And when you're doing circles, it's always a good idea from the back piece to just chop a little bit off the bottom. Otherwise your card will rock, and you want it to stay stable, unless that's the look you're going for, of course. So for the front piece, I've used the same white, but I've also layered on top some printed background paper. Now with a circle card, they're a little bit trickier to line up. I tend to just line it up from the top, like so. And then that's going to sit nicely, and because I've chopped the back, it is going to not roll about. So I want to make sure I'm straight. There we go.
Love that backing paper.
It's nice, isn't it? Really just subtle. So from there, I've got a couple more mats and layers. So I've used some perfect paper for the next one. And this is the beauty of the nesting dies. You can just go down in size increments.
These
Makes
are the
it easy.
shabby nested, if anybody is interested. I'm fairly sure that's shabby.
I think it is. I really like the shabby set.
Yeah, I love shabby and crystalline. I love the two of them, but
Probably
that's
my
definitely
most.
shabby. The crystalline is slightly more crystallized on the edges. I'm fairly sure that's shabby.
So then I've got a nice light blue. So I've kind of gone through some different shades here, and this one's on foam tape, just to give it a bit of a lift.
It's a beautiful hue on the blues.
It's lovely, isn't it? And it instantly just makes your card look professional when you've got some mats
Is that
and
your
layers.
shabbies, Miss Taz? Shabbies are 190610. The full collection, and there is an absolute mass of dies in that, is 119.99. That's all your different shapes. So that's your circles, your rectangles, your DL, all of the things. They're all on there.
Things.
I love that collection.
This is
all
lovely,
of these
isn't it?
collections that I've forgotten.
So this is instantly got my scene in one vignette. So I'm going to round, obviously this globe has got to be rounded. There's no question about that. So I'm just going to go around the edge with the ball tool, and that's going to give it a lovely curve. And then I'm just going to run along these scrolls.
And that's the same globe you used in the first demo.
Yes, it is. Yeah, just snipped away. So that's going to be beautiful in the background. So we'll pop that on with some pin flare. I haven't shaped the books because they would be a bit more flat, obviously. There we go. So this is going to be the perfect backdrop for my little owl who's coming next. And I'm going to shape him. He's double-sided, and what I've done is cut him twice and then just chopped away the top part because I want to give some real dimension to him. He's kind of the focal point. So
I love that owl.
he's got a really cute face, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I love the way that Nick does characters.
He's definitely a talent. We just don't like telling him.
No, we don't. But he is, very much so.
So this is Journey's Start again. So that collection with the globe there is Journey's Start. The owls have a hoot.
He is adorable, isn't he?
It's the eyelashes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sue says, I can't find that die with books, globes and scrolls. Help, that is Journey's Start, I believe. So Miss Tiztaz is just doing a check for me here. Sue, we will confirm with you, but I'm pretty sure it's Journey's Start. If you type that into the search box on the Carnation Crafts website, www.carnationcrafts.co.uk, Miss Tiztaz is vigorously nodding her head. Just 1 second, Sue. She might be able to give me a number for it.
I'll post it.
Oh, she's going to post it for you, Sue, so there's a link. Michelle says, Nick, we need a unicorn and a dragon.
That's good.
Do we have a dragon? No, we had a mouse in a dragon outfit, didn't we, for
We did. Proud to be.
Proud to Be. Have you posted that on Facebook or in YouTube, Miss Tiztaz?
Facebook. I've replied to
Facebook.
her comment.
Ah, there you go. There you go. So that should be done for you.
And look at that hat. What a perfect hat for my little owl. A little wise owl. And then we've got smart, wise. There was an and, I think, but I don't know where that's gone. I think we'll just put wise, actually.
I think they're the sentiment. Am I right in that they're the sentiments from
With compliments.
With Compliments, Miss Taz?
Perfect for our wise little owl. And I'm going to
Look.
pop those along the bottom of that book there.
I love
that.
that.
Fits perfectly. And just by cutting an extra head for the owl,
Yeah.
it really gives it extra dimension.
It's how it sort of gives it the extra umph, doesn't it? It's just that sort of, it's dimension, isn't it? It is just
yeah,
the way it is.
absolutely.
So Cindy says that the card is awesome. Going to use it for graduation cards this year. Perfect, Cindy. And Jane says loving the demos. So just so you're all aware, sorry, Sue as well is saying thank you so much, Taz. Such an angel. She is an angel. She's very good. Whenever you see something that's made from the DT members, if you're in the Carnation Crafters group, make sure it's a DT member. If you see it from Sharon or if you see it from me, you are allowed to copy those demos for yourself. If it's a different group member, then you do need to ask permission. And, you know, that's just a matter of courtesy. But as far as the DT are concerned, and as far as Sharon and I are concerned, they're there for your inspiration. It's just checking. So often when it's a DT member, they will say, join Carla for the next launch, join Sharon for, you know, and it will have pictures of their samples. You are permitted to copy those. But if it's just somebody random in the group, you do need to ask permission, and don't be offended, I suppose, if they say no. Everybody has a different idea on what's right and what's not. Jude says, it's my birthday today, so had to treat myself to these. Jude, can I wish you an enormous happy birthday? I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope it continues to be a wonderful day. And then tomorrow you may possibly receive these in your paws as well. So there you go. Jan says, fab card. I love the owl. And Cindy says, thanks, Sharon and Carla. I'm just going to run through these finished samples for you again, and then we're going to get on with our final demo. I love him. I love him.
I do. He's adorable.
Remember your pick and mix dies, guys. They are something that we need to celebrate because it's all our essentials. They're obviously not part of a main collection, but we've got all of the elements. And then I believe that Janine has also used some of the pumpkins at the back there from Colour of Autumn as well. So there's all the different elements coming through that beautiful colourway. And the cooker is from Comfort of Home. So you've got those. Then we have got your... This might win prize for me. I think that is just epic. Your mice are from Crafty Little Things. That tall giraffe is from Bundles of Joy. So you've got all of your elements there coming through. I love the little spirit level as well. Then we have got, this is predominantly Comfort of Home. And you've got the vignette there. I think that is from Water's Edge. And you've got all your elements from Comfort of Home, like I say, your pictures. And then you've got the two little hats. I love the use of the oven mitts for that bandage. I think it's so clever.
It's sweet, isn't it?
One of my favourite ever card shapes that Carnation have brought. I love this so much with the books. Isn't that just absolutely stunning?
Isn't that perfect for a graduation card?
Just, you could not buy something like that. It's so pretty. Absolutely stunning. Really clever, really nice use. You give that to somebody, they're never throwing that away. And then we have got obviously this one here. I'm just going to move it down so that there you go. And the gorgeous use of Colour of Autumn there. And the little giraffe, which is from New Light. And then the wee dog, which we discovered was Comfort of Home. So everything coming together. I love it when we do Crafters Selects. So Kim says, ooh, the books, where from? Kim, you're about to join the naughty step. This is what happens to the crafters in the crafters group. The books. This is from, I can picture it. I can picture the whole collection. I love it when you all tax my brain. Miss Taz, can you remember the book?
We're keeping Miss Taz busy looking everything up, aren't we?
I can hear Carnation in the office screaming the names of collections at me. I'm so sorry. Fond Memories, is it?
It looks like it's from Fond
I think it's Fond Memories. I think it is. So Miss Sharon is just setting herself up. I'm not going to interrupt her demo too much, but Jan says, would it be possible for you to post a picture of your die storage, please? I need somehow to catalogue mine, as I can never find what I need. Right, Jan, I don't actually need to take a photo of it, Jan. I'll explain it to you. I'm very, very, very limited on space as far as storing anything is concerned. So I've got some shelves inside a cupboard. So what I've done is taken A3 envelopes. I keep the open flap of the envelope towards the edge of the cupboard, and I just write down the edge what the collection is. So I've then got them in alphabetical order, so I can just flip through the paper flaps of the envelopes and go through and find the one, and I keep the full collection in there. And I just get A3 envelopes, or I get oversized A3 envelopes, super cheap from Amazon, and I just store everything in there. I also have the Excel spreadsheet list, so I know which collections are from what, and I can cross-reference. So I do keep them in collections. I can then cross-reference everything that I need, and it just works for me. So it could be an idea for you guys as well. It just keeps everything together, right? So I can go straight through, and I've got them all in alphabetical order on the shelf below that. I've got all of my perfect papers as well in alphabetical order, so I keep everything at hand's reach so I can just grab when I need to. So I hope that helps. I believe Miss Sharon is ready for her very last demo of today's show, and we'll be closing at the end of that. So that will be the last of the live demos for the Crafters Select. So just to give you a last heads up, the number for it is 230213. It's the Many Hats die set. The show price is $17.99. Your P&P is $2.95. You can get it on the Carnation Crafts website. If you're getting it today, you can just click on Deal of the Day. If you're watching back at some other day, then it will be on the collections list, and you'll need to type that in. But 230213 is your number for it. Miss Sharon, are you ready?
I am.
Let's do it.
And we're going to do a DL card because we're going to use the giraffe. And I need a DL giraffe card for that lovely, lovely giraffe. So I've just done a couple of quick mats and layers with my perfect papers. And that's going to be the first thing. So I'll just take that foam. I've put these on, put the first one on foam to give a bit of height, and then the second one I've just put double-sided tape on. So that's just going to give me a nice background. I've kept this card's quite simple actually, this last one. So that's the first layer, and then I've gone with a slightly lighter blue for the next one.
I'm trying to place which nested they are.
These are the slate ones.
The slate ones, there you go.
There we go.
It's like a guessing game.
Isn't
it?
it?
Nesteds are my favourite. I love nested dies, so I always love trying to guess which ones are which.
It's a good way of testing your memory actually doing these shows, isn't it? Trying to remember what's from where.
What are you saying, Miss Taz?
Still on sale.
What are the slate ones?
Oh.
Do Carnation know that they're still on the sale pro?
Quickly.
Right, go and have. If you do want the slate nested, they're on sale at the minute. I don't know how long they'll stay on because I think Carnation will realise they're not supposed to be. 230110. They're on at $119.99 for the full whacking set, and
Wow.
they're not supposed to be that much at all. I know they're not. So if that is something, then now is the time to grab them.
They're really, really useful, aren't they? The artwork that goes with them is brilliant as well, isn't it? So I'm going to have my little giraffe to one side. I've done the same thing with his head as I did with the owl, in that I've cut two and layered them. So I'm just going to pop him on with pin flare, like so. There we go. Now he takes up pretty much the whole length of the card. And then next to him, I've got this lovely bunny.
I love that bunny so much. Is that you that's just posted the Carnation links to the slate dies, Miss Taz?
Maybe.
Oh,
If anybody at Carnation is watching and they're like, who did that? I don't have a computer anywhere near me.
We're gonna blame
me
Holly.
neither.
Harvey did it. Harvey did it. If anybody asked, it was Harvey. Cindy says, you may have already said it, I joined late, but have you tried the hats on Prehistoric Friends? Well, I haven't tried them,
Ooh.
but I will say that you would need to use the smaller ones, I think, because the larger hats may be too large for some of those characters.
They kind of vary. The nurse's hat's quite small.
Yeah.
They definitely vary a bit, so which is great because depending on which character
animal
you can make something fit. So
Well, certainly with the chef's
but
hat as well, you could
yeah,
cut that down.
the chef's hat's quite narrow, and some of them look great oversized anyway, like
Yeah.
the captain's hat. So
And don't forget, on some of them, you can have them upside down and having creatures sitting in them and peeking over them as well. So there's different options.
Oh,
for them.
that
They
would
don't
be
have to all
cute.
be wearing them. They can be peeking and sitting inside.
so the giraffe's going to have a police hat, which
Well, that's just
makes
cute.
him look very serious.
Oh, he is a very handsome policeman.
He is, isn't he? It really suits him, that hat, doesn't it? And then I'm just going to give this a bit of a curve. And the rabbit's going to be a little nurse.
Look.
and it looks fabulous because it kind of fits over the ears just perfectly.
Oh, that's beautiful
a perfect
on her,
fit,
isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that a perfect fit? So the last thing is to just add a sentiment, and I've got a nice space here to add a sentiment. So what I've done is I've stamped onto some circle nested, and I'm just going to pop the first layer with perfect papers, and I've gone for the same blue as the background piece, so that can slot there. And then this is stamped onto some of the blush cardstock, which is great for stamping on, and that's going to fit just perfectly on there. And I thought that sentiment worked perfectly because we've got these two little friends here. So
Sue Martin says, I'm a retired nurse. I wasn't as cute as that though. I'm sure you were, Sue. I'm sure you were. Look at that. It's so sweet. There's such a beautiful way of bringing Carnation to life in so many different... They keep bringing us these things, don't they, that just allow us to extend further and further. I mean, to have one of your creatures in his Christmas jumper with a policeman's hat on just might be the cutest thing ever. Linda McLeod says, lovely demos today, Sharon. And
Thank
absolutely, you are right, Linda. There has been some incredible ones. So a massive thank you to you, Sharon, for being wonderful as always. I shall make you a brew. And Ms. Taz, we'll just leave her in the corner. She'll be fine. Actually, she's been very well behaved today, so we'll let her out.
She's been amazing today.
She's been on fire.
Fast on the keyboard there, looking up the things.
She's also wearing a very pretty dress today as well, so we shall allow her out of the studio for a little while. It has been really wonderful to have your company. Now, I will say that this collection isn't going to last much longer. We are nearly out, so if it's something that you're holding on for, then obviously it's the time to go and get it is now from the Carnation Crafts website.
It's gone.
She gets very excited. Did you see her? If you could actually see her little face, she was like a little child. She was all like, you know, when little children go all sort of stiff and they're like, that's what she did.
She did.
We've got an extended, she's saying. Have we got it? When is it? March the 3rd.
Quickly.
230213. So there is an extended. We are sold out officially. So if you're in the, if any of you could help, if you're in the Carnation Crafters group later on and people say, I missed out, can you just say it's sold very quickly and that they can get an extended, and if you just direct them to Carnation Crafts website, I'm guessing if you click on Deal of the Day today, it will bring up hopefully the extended date for the new one. So if you could help out as well, that would be wonderful. If you can't, that's absolutely fine. A massive thank you to Sharon for all of your help, and to Miss Taz. A huge thank you to the Carnation crew as well, and to all of you at home for tuning in and watching. As always, it's wonderful to have your company. We will see you again soon. Friday. Is that here?
So
Sharon's on Thursday on Create and Craft.
And we've got it on Friday.
And I'll be with you on Friday here. So we will see you all then. Until then, take really good care of yourselves. Thank you.